Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. We are back again with more Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Let's get things off with Oracle, a class that uses mysteries and revelations to heal your allies or devastate enemies. We've already reviewed the mechanics, so I'll let you know right up front I rank this class in A. Oracles are absolutely fantastic for both healing and casting divine spells. There's a lot of versatility in what they can do that makes them a very interesting class to play. The first archetype is Divine Herbalist. You lose 2 rankings of revelations, which obviously harms your ability to customize this class. In exchange, you get Healer's Way, which basically works like Lay on Hands, except it cannot be used against the undead. At level 7, you gain an upgraded version of this ability that will also clear harm debuffs from allies if you can pass a Lord Nature check that gets more difficult depending on what the debuff is. If you fail this check, there are penalties, but that's not a problem since you get another mechanic to help with those checks. I am not a fan at all of trading 2 revelations for this ability. The healing isn't good enough for you to forego having a main healer, and if you have a main healer, there really is no need for a secondary one. Most of the long-lasting debuffs are easily cleared with a scroll, so I just don't see this as worth it. If this is your main healer, then maybe it's useful, but otherwise it's a waste. You also lose the ability to gain class skills from your mystery. Instead, you gain a competence bonus on Lord Nature checks equal to half your Oracle level, and you use your Charisma modifier instead of Wisdom when attempting Lord Nature checks. Obviously, this goes a long way towards clearing those Healer's Way DC checks. Finally, you gain Brew Potions, which allows this character to brew potions while you are camping. Potions are definitely nice, but some of the DCs to create good ones get really high, so I'm not sure how effective it is to have your potions maker be someone who doesn't specialize in intelligence. Overall, I give this class a C because I don't believe it serves any purpose. Clearly, the extra abilities are meant for a healer, but if you are the main healer, then you are probably choosing the Life Mystery, and there are several really nice revelations to choose from. With this class, you wouldn't even be able to channel energy until level 3. Next on the list is Enlightened Philosopher. On the sheet it says you get 2 revelations, but when going through the first level, I was only able to choose 1. In the wiki it says you can get 2, so I assume that's a bug and we should have 2 revelations up front. You lose the bonus spells that your mystery usually provides and instead get a set list of bonus spells. Owl's Wisdom at level 4, Remove Blindness at level 6, Confusion at level 8, True Seeing at level 10, Owl's Wisdom Mass at level 12, True Seeing Communal at level 14, Mind Blank at level 16, and finally Mind Blank Communal at level 18. All in all, not a bad list. You get a +3 bonus on Knowledge World checks, and if you have at least 10 ranks in that skill, the bonus increases to 6. If you enjoy cooking or perhaps making potions with your Oracle, then this will be very useful to you. You lose 1 ranking of Revelations, and in exchange, you get Mental Acuity. This will give you an inherent bonus of up to +5 to Intelligence. As far as I can tell, this is worthless. Charisma is still your casting stat, and nothing you get interacts directly with Intelligence. It will help you clear Knowledge World checks, but obviously with the skill focus feat at level 1, you don't really need help in that area. Finally, you lose the level 20 revelation, and keep in mind you will also lose the final revelation if you take a second mystery. In exchange, you get a different final revelation which provides a bonus on all saving throws equal to your charisma modifier and immunity to confusion, exhaustion, fatigue, nausea, and sicken effects. You can also take a 20 on all knowledge skill checks. Finally, once per day after dying, you are revived with full maximum hit points. Obviously, this is all very nice and will help whatever build you have created. Overall, I give this class an A-. I think the loss of a revelation and mystery spells hurts, but this is something different that is exceptional in its own way. The next archetype is Lone Strider. You lose 2 revelations, which again makes it harder to customize your build. You also lose the full list of mysteries and instead must choose one that adds Lord Nature to your list of class skills. In return, you get Recluse's Stride, which increases your land speed by 10 feet. At 5th level, once per round, you can get a +20 bonus to AC against the first attack of opportunity. At 10th level, you can teleport as a move action a number of times per day equal to 3 plus your charisma modifier. Technically, all of this is great, but my problem is I feel like the abilities are geared towards a melee oracle. The loss of revelations really hurts that because you need several of them to become equally competent to more martial classes. Not to mention you cannot choose the battle mystery here, which is probably the best one for melee-oriented oracles. So honestly, I think the loss of revelations and mysteries pushes this class towards being a caster, and unfortunately, that renders Recluse's Stride to be not nearly as useful. At level 7, as a free action when there are no enemies within 10 meters, you gain 20% concealment for 1 round. At level 14, this increases to 40%. For what? Either you are a caster in the back of the group who is rarely getting hit so concealment doesn't help that much, or you are a melee character and will almost always have enemies within 10 feet. You could try to slap this on right before a fight starts, but remember it only lasts 1 round, so it's not really long-term protection. Concealment is fantastic, but I don't believe this is a good application of it. Overall, I give this class a B-. There's probably a particular mix of revelations and a mystery that works well with these mechanics, but overall, I think it's weaker than the base class, and I am not sure what audience this class is supposed to serve. Next up is Possessed Oracle. You lose 1 revelation, which slightly impacts your ability to customize your build. In exchange, you get 2 minds, which provides a bonus of up to +4 on saving throws against mind-affecting effects. This bonus is not bad in and of itself, but it's certainly not worth losing a revelation, so this is a poor trade. You also lose the ability to choose a curse, and instead are forced to take Powerless Prophecy. This isn't a bad curse choice, as the +4 bonus to initiative is really nice for some characters. Overall, I give this class a B. It's serviceable, but honestly, there's nothing special happening here, so I don't see an overwhelming reason to take it. Next is Purifier, which is the Aasimar-specific class. You lose the ability to get the entire line of Cure or Inflict spells added into your spellbook. In my opinion, this is actually a big deal and impacts your ability to be a competent healer. You also lose 3 rankings of Revelations, which again significantly impacts your ability to customize your oracle. In exchange, you get Sacred Scourge, which allows you to channel holy power to damage evil outsiders. This scales off your charisma modifier, which should be sky high, so this should be a very powerful ability. At level 7, you get your first of 4 rankings in Celestial Armor. At first, it just allows your armor to weigh half as much, and you get armor training as a fighter who is 4 levels below your oracle level. At level 11, you gain heavy armor proficiency. This makes it easier to place the Purifier right up front in the thick of combat. Also at level 11, you get Sin Eater, which allows you, as a 4-round action, to literally consume a curse, enchantment, or emotion effect. You must clear a Dispel check that gets a bonus from your Charisma modifier, which again should be sky high. If you succeed at the check, the effect is cleared, however, your Oracle will be sickened for 1d4 rounds. This is actually really interesting. At higher difficulty levels, some of the curses and enchantments are very difficult to remove, forcing you to basically separate some party members and wait them out. Having this would make those situations easier to deal with. Overall, I give this class an A-. I still don't think it's quite as good as a base Oracle, but it does stand on its own merits. Next on the list is Seeker. You lose 2 rankings of Revelations, which again is impactful. In exchange, you get Trickery as a class skill and can add half your Oracle level to any Trickery skill checks. This lets you use your Oracle as the main Trickery character, even though you won't be focusing on dexterity. Depending on what party members you prefer, this might be useful. At level 5, you get the first of 3 rankings in Seeker bonus feats. These are feats that revolve around you being a caster, and I think it's a fantastic exchange for 2 revelations, since as a caster, you don't need nearly as many revelations as you do when focusing on melee. I rate this class A+, and honestly believe it's an upgrade over being a base Oracle. If you prefer to be in melee range, then base Oracle or Purifier is probably better, but I think Seeker makes the most of what the Oracle kit can provide. Quick note before we review Wind Whisperer: if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate you subscribing and hitting the like button. This information tells me which content the channel is enjoying and helps my videos spread to more people. I really appreciate all of the support. Okay, finally, let's review Wind Whisperer. You lose the ability to choose your own mystery and instead must take Wind. Wind has some pretty nice abilities, so this isn't a bad choice, but of course the loss of versatility hurts. You also lose 2 rankings of Revelations, which again is slightly impactful. In exchange, at level 7 you get Haste of the Wind, which allows you, as a swift action, to give all allies haste for a number of rounds equal to your Charisma modifier. For the most part, this is useless, since you will almost certainly have somebody on a regular basis casting haste on the entire group. The only reason I don't write this off is you do get ambushed a lot while traveling the global map, and it's a pain to burn a standard action giving your team haste. Having someone who could do it as a swift action in those situations is nice. I still don't think it's worth losing a Revelation for though. At level 15, as a swift action, you can give all allies the Freedom of Movement spell. As I have said before, playing through core, I never used this spell. It was a necessity in Kingmaker, and it has its uses here, but again, I don't think it's worth losing a Revelation. Overall, I give this class a B-. The haste ability is useful in a pinch, and Wind is a pretty cool mystery, but I don't think this is worth picking up compared to its peers. That wraps up my rankings for Oracle and all of its archetypes. In summary, I rank Oracle A, Divine Herbalist C, Enlightened Philosopher A-, Lone Strider B-, Possessed Oracle B, Purifier A-, Seeker A+, and Wind Whisperer B-. Hope all of you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like, share this content, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.